Morning everybody, Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave today, and today we're going to be using Crowne and Crane's Thuringian Forest. You might think Autumn Glory with just a little bit of pine in it, or Amber Woods. Yeah, Amber Woods. That's up there. I don't know if you probably could see it. So yeah, Crowne and Crane, good stuff. Pretty good quality soap. And then we're going to be using the fourth use of the Wizamet blades with the Edwin Jagger razor. I think it's been a month now since this thing has shown up on the channel. It's been a while, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And then I'm going to follow up with Autumn Glory, little Stirling stuff in here. It's fairly similar in scent profile, so I'm going to use it. If Crowne and Crane had their own splashes, yes, I'd be using those. But they don't carry splashes at all. So what can you do? Yeah. All right. Today's a good day. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Catch you up to speed. Got about 30 hours of growth on the face. It's driving me crazy. Can feel it. I went in dark early yesterday and got the injections into the back. As you can tell, I'm feeling good for the moment. We'll just see how this works out. Oh, at the moment, maybe it's the honeymoon period that's going on. I don't know. But there's pain there, but comparatively, when you're sitting there at a 10 out of 10 for the last 6 weeks, or a 9 out of 10 for pain levels, and suddenly you're sitting there around a 4, maybe a 5. Yeah, it feels awesome. It's like you get somebody that would come in and see, like, oh my God. It's like if they felt the amount of pain I'm in now, and they felt it was like, never felt this kind of pain before, they think the world's coming to an end. But right now it's like, woo, yeah. oh boy, yeah. It's all relative, man. It's all relative. It's like right now I'm standing here and I feel my leg kind of quivering. It's like it normally does, with the pain. But it's not that, when you wake up in the morning and go, oh my God, the world's coming to an end. Yeah. All right, first pass. You shall not pass. Yeah, that was interesting. Went in. It's like, you can see right here, they tried to put the IV in there, and it's like, oh, we're not getting anything. He's like, yeah. And I started seeing blood going. They started like, hey guys, this is not so good. He's like, so they put it else. It was like they put it in my forearm right here. That was right. And went in and did a quick double check. Doc came in and looked at it. He's like, all right, this is where we're going to put these shots in. He's like, you're right. I'm like, how's the pain today? I'm like, that's about a 10 out of 10. He's like, oh, so you're in agony. Like, pretty much. It's like, you seem to be doing well. I was like, well, it's been 6 weeks of this. Your brain starts adjusting this to being, okay, this is normal. Yeah. So they put me on the table and it's like, what kind of music do you like listening? It's like, well, I'm usually a heavy metal guy. And it's like, all right, let's put that. And they threw an Iron Maiden. I'm like laying down there, just like face down, and they got Iron Maiden playing. I was like, oh yeah. And it's like, so you really like this music? Oh yeah. It's like, I've seen these guys in concert many times. It's like, oh, okay. And a bunch of young crew, girls. Oh yeah. That's good. And, they kind of, Doc comes in and he goes, all right, this is, I think I say, can you feel anything? And he's pushing. I was like, no, I know I feel pressure, so I'm not feeling much. And he goes, okay. And he's like, how about here? He's like, whoa, hello. It's like he found that one nerve, he pushed on it. And he goes, all right, so that's a really full point right there. Like, okay. So he goes in and he's like, all right, we're going to start the procedure. He's like, you're good. And it's kind of like a sedative they gave you, like Valium or something, to kind of get you comfortably numb. But enough to still feel stuff. So he goes in there and goes, he went up the left side first, and I was like, that's not bad. And all of a sudden he gets into where the right side, where it was like all the pain was, it was like all of a sudden, like, whoa! Like hit that really agitated nerve, and you're like, holy buckets! And he's like, you feel that? I was like, yep. He's like, ooh. It's like, okay, maybe we didn't give you enough sedative. I'm like, oh, just keep going. Like, okay. And all of a sudden, it was like he got it in there, and it's like it was really agonizing. And all of a sudden, it's like my whole leg just relaxed, and I'm like, wow, holy moly! And he said, all right, we're all done here. We'll give you a second here to just relax a minute or so, and then we'll take you out. And then the nurses like sat me up, and I went out and walked. And I was like, as I was walking, I was like, I'm just feeling the pain, just literally just. And I walked down, sit down in the big reclining chair, put my feet up for a while, and just get my bearings, because you're kind of loopy. It's like, with the sedative they gave you. And it's my wife asked me, like, well, how do you feel? I'm like, yeah. It's like, feels good. Yeah. So, like I said, this could be a honeymoon. I've had this done before. It's like I've had the previous time. I couldn't even walk. That's how bad it was the last time I had this. It was 2009-10 period. And it was 2009 of August of when it happened. And then over the course, it was like 6-7 months. I think they put shots into me just to kind of, memory. But yeah, same situation. But imagine having that same amount of pain. It's like it's going down my right leg. That was down both legs. And my legs literally would sit there and make a mess here. Both legs were like, and I'm like having like, you just see them. And they were just quivering. I couldn't stand, or eventually I could sort of stand after everything. After the first shot, I was able to start walking again. But it took like 6 months of therapy to get me back on my feet. 4 or 5 injections. And at the time, I was getting about 2-3 hours at best asleep at a time. Because of the pain shooting through my whole lower extremities, I couldn't sleep at all. I was down. By the time it was all said and done, I weighed like 135 pounds. It's like hair fell out and my whole body. It was like major stress. I was dying, literally dying. So yeah, so this isn't so bad. But yeah, interesting thing. On the other topic of shaving, I was watching this guy. Chaps Guy, that's it. His channel is the Chaps Guy. Which was really interesting is that when he started his channel some time back, And I think at one time my channel was bigger than his. Now he's like 40-something thousand. But he does all kinds of stuff that's related to men's health or chat, how to be a gentleman, type thing. I always watch it. It's always good to, it's like talking about doing things that you should do as a gentleman. How to dress, take care of yourself in public and extra stuff. So like, it's always good to, it's kind of like a refresher guide for me. But my father-in-law was a gentleman. He was a businessman, always wore suits and everything. And so he said, you need to suit up. Like, okay. So got my first suit, like, God, that'd have been 30, about 90, 85. Yeah, somewhere there. 85, I think it was. Got my first suit. But how to tie and all that fun stuff. So, yeah. So I'm watching this. He's doing a review of 4 soaps. One of them is Taylor's on Bond Street. True Fit is another one. It's like I've tried. He had 4 of them. There's one that DB something, I can't remember. And I've never even heard of that one before. But it was like, and the ones he's saying here, they're high quality soaps and everything. I'm like, I've used those things and I wouldn't consider them high quality. It's like they're on the same level as like Parasso or Cella or Cella. I think it's Cella. I hear it's like some people call it Cella. I think it's Cella. And he's just saying how great they are, and it's like I'm just like a whole wall right there. It's like that's stuff that's way better. And I don't mind using Parasso every once in a while, or Cella, but it's not what I would consider something that was high quality. Maybe when they first came out on the market, years, decades, half century ago, whatever it was, they might have been high quality. But when you got so many artisan style soaps like what I'm using now, and it's like there's a reason I have a ton of Stirling soaps, because to me Stirling is now the standard of what soap should be like. They put on a heck of a show. Let's just put it that way. I'm a big fan of Crowne and Crane. They have, get some good soaps. Not in the same level as Stirling. Like, that's like Stirling, then you got Crowne and Crane. I'd say Crowne and Crane's probably similar to PAA. They're CK1. And you got all the up there, Heritage Hill. Man, those are good soaps. And got other ones down here. Hendrix and Shannon soaps. Those are some good ones too. I like those. Not everybody likes everything. It's like I when it comes to forgot something on both sides. Start yapping about soaps, and next thing you know, you forget what you're doing. Get that. There we go. That little area right here, I always have to forget it. You have to. It's not. It goes that way. It actually kind of grows upward right there. You gotta remember how your face grows. You gotta map your face. Yeah, that's smooth now. Ooh, what the heck? Yeah, because everything swirls pretty much on my neck here. And many artisans out there now. It's like you can't throw a stick now without hitting a new artisan, it seems like. But the market's pretty flooded. And every once in a while, it's like I get something new from somebody. It's like, okay, I can't remember who was. They sent me a whole bunch of, I got a whole bunch of samples from all these British Truefit and Hill, and then Tobin's and Taylor. Got those. Somebody sent me a whole bunch of samples to try out. So I tried them. It's like, it's like, that's why it's like, okay, yeah, they're nice. They got some nice scents, but you know, it's not in the same level as like Stirling, which is interesting. You just gotta go with the flow. I mean, whatever makes you happy. And some of it's subjective. What works for one person may not be happy with another. Because I know Chuck, he doesn't like the Shannon soaps. And they seem to work fairly well for me. That's why he sent me a bunch of Shannon soaps, and now I got a bunch of Shannon soaps, and then I'm like, oh, I'm happy with these. There's Hendrix soaps, which I got a ton of samples for. And he sent me one of everything, and it is like, well, this is good, and I like this one. So I marked down on the sheet, you know, that he sent me of the different soaps I like, and eventually I'm going to get some of those. One of them is Gunslinger. Like, that's a nice one. I like the scent of that. There's a few others. Then I turned around and sent off. I took about every sample I had, and I sent them off to my friend Palmer in Canada. And he like got them, and it took like I think it was $26 to send it to Canada. Holy crap. But, which had been roughly soap in a splash if I would have been ordering basically of from the razor company of two soap, a soap in a splash. Usually it's around $30, but so yeah, good. Almost done here. Question is, what are some of these hyped up soaps that you always hear about? Everybody hypes them up that you think are just average soaps nowadays when you compare them to all these other artisans. Where at one time they were like, hey, we're the top dog. I did kind of shave off the top of my skin tag there. That's all right. Needs to be reduction. So I'm just curious, what are some soaps that used to be top dogs and now just pretty average? And which might be why PAA changed their to their CK6 instead of their CK1, because they realized we used to be top dogs and now we're just average. It's like, we need to up our game. I think we got it. Before, when I'd been down here, it used to be like, oh my God, the world's coming to it. Not so bad today. You know what? I keep forgetting. There. That explains why the door took so hard to shut it, because I shut the towel in the door. K-Towel from Glen Halley. Wife makes these things. Give them away on his channel every once in a while. She'll make a bunch and he'll give them away. Nice soft too. And then it's got a little snap up here with a little hook that you can, it's like, I need to take, eventually this will need to be washed because it's starting to, it's not really wet. It dries out. A little bit of soap on it, so it's kind of different one soaps that I used. Alright, so there we go. Alright. So yeah, I was like talking about, it's like the razor company. There's an affiliate link down below, so if you need anything from the razor company, click on it and I'll get a little kickback, and then eventually I'm going to do man, it smells good. A little bit of Stirling Autumn Glory. The only thing is, I wish they would have some of the glacials. They're, oh, that smells good. It's autumn. Yes, it is. That's interesting is that we had temperatures, like for a while there, that we had highs of 30, 35 degrees, of, around freezing. For you guys that use Celsius, it would have been about, between -1 and 3, somewhere in there. Oh, it's awesome scent. So, yeah. What am I doing? Okay, so shave of the day. Man, that smells good. Shave of the day was brought to you by Crowne and Crane, Thuringian Forest. Excellent soap. Love it. Smells good. 4th use of the Wizamet, the Justin the Red Island Shaver's favorite blades, which got me on these things that I got in 100 packs, so I like using them. With the Edwin Jagger razor, DA9. All right, so that's Shave of the Day, everybody. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.